overs. Life moves forward whether your resource in your life isn't money, talent, or connections. It's time. It's the one thing. 10,000 failures. Most people would have quit after 10, but Edison kept going. He stepped into the fire again and again, and that's why we remember his name today. The question isn't whether you'll fail. You will. The question is, how will you respond to failure? Will you let it stop you, or will you use it as fuel to keep going? Because failure isn't what defines you. What defines you is what you do after you fail. Here's a hard truth. Success isn't glamorous. It's not easy. It's not fast. Success is a grind. It's waking up every day and putting in the work, even when you don't feel like it. It's showing up when nobody's watching, when nobody's cheering for you, when it feels like nothing's working. That's the grind. And that's where greatness is built. The grind is lonely. It's exhausting. It's repetitive. And most people aren't willing to do it. They want instant results. They want success without the struggle. But life doesn't work that way. You don't get the reward without the effort. You don't get the strength without the fire. Think about the strongest people you know. The most successful, the most disciplined, the most unstoppable. Do you think they got there by accident? Do you think they woke up one day and suddenly had everything they ever wanted? Number. They put in the work, day after day, year after year. They embraced the grind, and it made them who they are. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for the easy way. There is no easy way. There's only the grind. Embrace it, because the grind is what makes you strong. Every single day, you have a choice. You can choose to stay the same, to avoid the fire, to settle for less. Or you can choose to step up, to face the heat, to forge yourself into something stronger. But let me tell you something. The people who choose to step up, who choose to face the fire, they're the ones who change the world. They're the ones who inspire others. They're the ones who look back on their lives with pride, knowing they gave it everything they had. What's your choice? Are you going to let fear hold you back? Or are you going to step into the fire? Are you going to make excuses? Or are you going to take action? Are you going to settle for a life of comfort? Or are you going to embrace the grind and become the strongest version of yourself? You're not just living for today. You're building a legacy. Every decision you make, every action you take is part of your story. And one day, that story will end. When it does, what will it say? Will it be a story of excuses, regrets, and missed opportunities? Or will it be a story of resilience, strength, and triumph? Will it inspire others, or will it serve as a cautionary tale? The choice is yours. Write a story worth reading. Build a legacy worth remembering. Do it for yourself, because in the end, the only person you're competing with is the one in the mirror. The strongest metal is forged in fire. The strongest people are forged in adversity. You have everything you need inside of you to be strong, to be successful, to be unstoppable. But it's up to you to step into the fire. It's up to you to face the heat, to embrace the grind, to rise every time you fall. So what are you waiting for? The fire is waiting. Step into it, embrace it, and become unbreakable. The world is filled with people chasing after outcomes. A promotion, a goal weight, a bank account with a certain number. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. It's not the outcome that defines you. It's the journey. It's every step, every struggle, every ounce of effort you put in that makes you who you are. The journey isn't just a means to an end. The journey is the reward. So many people are afraid of the process. They're afraid of failing along the way, afraid of looking foolish, afraid of the hard work that comes with chasing greatness. But the process is where you grow. It's where you learn. It's where you become. You can't skip it. You can't cheat it. You have to embrace it. What's the point of reaching a goal if you didn't earn it? If you woke up tomorrow with everything you've ever wanted, would it mean as much if you didn't fight for it? The process gives the reward its value. Without it, the reward is hollow. Think about the moments in your life that truly changed you. Were they easy? Probably not. Growth comes from struggle. Confidence comes from overcoming. Wisdom comes from making mistakes and learning from them. That's the beauty of the journey. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Consider the artist who spends hours perfecting their craft, the musician who practices the same piece until it resonates with their soul, the entrepreneur who faces rejection after rejection until they build something extraordinary. These stories inspire us because they remind us that the reward isn't just the outcome. It's everything that happens along the way. Struggle isn't something to avoid. It's something to embrace. Struggle means you're trying. It means you're pushing beyond your limits. And every time you push beyond those limits, you expand them. When you're in the middle of the struggle, it's easy to feel like giving up. But think of it like climbing a mountain. The higher you climb, the better the view. And when you finally reach the top, you'll look back at the path you've taken, and every obstacle will feel worth it. Pain, failure, frustration. These are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They're proof that you're on the right one. Every challenge you face is a chance to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. So the next time you feel like quitting, remember, the struggle is part of the process, and the process is where the magic happens. The stories of triumph we admire most are born from struggle. The athlete who overcame injury, the single parent who worked multiple jobs to create a better future for their children, the student who stayed up late studying when others chose to sleep. Their rewards are sweeter because they endured the hardship. Struggle refines you. It chisels away at your doubts, shaping you into someone you never thought you could be. Struggle doesn't just make you stronger, it makes you unstoppable. Patience is hard. We live in a world that celebrates instant gratification. We want results, and we want them now. But anything worth having takes time. Success is not a straight line. It's full of twists and turns, setbacks and surprises. That's why you have to trust the process. You might not see progress right away. That's okay. Seeds don't sprout the moment they're planted. Muscles don't grow the day you start lifting weights. Greatness takes time. Trust that the work you're putting in now will pay off later. Trust that every small step you take is leading you somewhere incredible. Trust that the process is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Sometimes the process feels like it's moving too slowly, but that's an illusion. Each step forward, no matter how small, compounds over time. The habits you build today become the foundation for the success you achieve tomorrow. Remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. And here's the beauty of trusting the process. It teaches you patience, focus, and gratitude. It forces you to appreciate the journey because that's where your growth happens. The reward is sweeter when you know you earned it through persistence and belief in the process. The lessons you learn along the way are often more valuable than the goal itself. You learn discipline when you wake up early to train. You learn resilience when you face rejection and keep going. You learn creativity when you have to find new solutions to old problems. These lessons stay with you long after you've reached your goal. They become part of who you are. They prepare you for the next challenge, the next journey, the next dream. So don't rush the process. Don't focus so much on the destination that you miss the lessons along the way. For every failure, there's a lesson waiting to be learned. That rejection you faced taught you persistence. That mistake you made taught you humility. That obstacle you overcame taught you strength. Each lesson is a gift, a tool you can use to face future challenges with confidence. Some of the greatest stories ever told are built on lessons learned during the journey. Think of the heroes in your favorite movies or books. Their transformations didn't come from avoiding difficulty. They grew because they faced it head on. And so will you. The journey is long, and it's easy to get discouraged if you only celebrate the big milestones. That's why it's so important to celebrate the small wins. Did you stick to your plan today? Celebrate that. Did you take one step closer to your goal? Celebrate that. Did you learn something new? Celebrate that. Small wins build momentum. They remind you that you're making progress, even when it feels like you're standing still. They give you the motivation to keep going, one step at a time. And when you look back, you'll realize that those small wins were the building blocks of something extraordinary. Think of small wins as milestones on a long journey. They're the rest stops that rejuvenate you, the moments of joy that remind you why you started. Each one matters. Each one brings you closer to your destination. Make it a habit to acknowledge your progress, no matter how small. Write it down. Share it with someone who supports you. Every victory, big or small, deserves recognition because it keeps you moving forward. Who you are at the start of the journey is not the same person you'll be at the end. The process changes you. It strengthens you. It humbles you. It teaches you what you're capable of. And when you finally reach your goal, you'll realize that the journey was the real reward all along. The journey isn't just about what you achieve. It's about who you become. Every step, every challenge, every victory, big or small, adds another layer to your character. It builds resilience, patience, and wisdom. It molds you into someone capable of achieving even greater things. The reward isn't the trophy at the end. It's the person you become while striving for it. It's the relationships you build, the lessons you learn, and the strength you gain. Embrace the process, because it's shaping you into someone extraordinary. Don't wait until the end to find happiness. Find joy in the process. Enjoy the mornings when you wake up and feel strong. Enjoy the evenings when you reflect on what you've accomplished. Enjoy the moments of connection, of learning, of growth. The journey is filled with opportunities for joy, but you have to look for them. When you focus on the process, you'll realize that happiness isn't tied to reaching a specific goal. It's found in the act of working toward it. The effort itself becomes a source of pride and fulfillment. So don't wait for the finish line to celebrate. Celebrate every step. Happiness is not the destination, it's the journey. When you find joy in the process, you stop chasing happiness and start creating it. The path you're walking is beautiful, even with its challenges. Appreciate it, every step of the way. Trust the process. The journey is your reward. In every moment of every day, a choice awaits you. It's the choice between action and inaction, between rising to the challenge or succumbing to your excuses. There are those who get it done, no matter the circumstances, and there are those who find reasons to delay, to justify, to walk away. This isn't just a casual difference. It's the dividing line between winners and losers, between those who live the life they've always dreamed of and those who live with regret. The truth is simple. Winners make time and losers make excuses. The world doesn't slow down for anyone. Time is the great equalizer. No matter who you are or where you come from, you're given the same 24 hours in a day. The question is not how much time you have, it's how you use it. Winners understand this. They don't wait for the perfect moment or complain about how busy they are. They carve out time for the things that matter. They prioritize. They execute. They push through. On the other hand, losers spend their days trapped in a cycle of justification. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. It's just not the right time. These words are the anthem of the stagnant. Excuses may feel comforting in the moment, but they're the anchors that weigh you down, keeping you from ever setting sail toward your goals. Taking ownership of your time is the first step to reclaiming your life. Every excuse you make, every minute you waste, is time you'll never get back. Winners understand that they are responsible for every aspect of their lives. It's not the fault of their boss, their family, or their circumstances. They don't blame traffic for being late. They don't blame their upbringing for their current struggles. They don't blame others for their lack of progress. Instead, they look in the mirror and say, "This is on me." When you take full responsibility for your life, something incredible happens. You gain control. No longer are you a victim of circumstance. No longer are you at the mercy of external factors. You realize that every decision you make has the power to move you forward or hold you back. Winners embrace this responsibility. They see it as empowering, not burdensome. They know that if they don't control their time, someone else will. Time is more valuable than money. You can lose money and earn it back, but once time is gone, it's gone forever. Winners treat their time like gold, guarding it fiercely and spending it wisely. Losers, on the other hand, squander it on meaningless distractions, wasting hours scrolling on their phones, binge-watching shows, or indulging in activities that add no real value to their lives. Imagine your time as a bank account. Each day, you're given 86,400 seconds to spend. How will you invest it? Will you use it to learn, grow, and work toward your goals? Or will you fritter it away on things that don't matter? Winners know the value of a single minute. They understand that big achievements are built from small, consistent efforts. Every second counts, and they make every second count. Someday is the most dangerous word in the English language. It's the excuse that keeps dreams on hold indefinitely. Someday I'll get in shape. Someday I'll start that business. Someday I'll go back to school. But someday isn't real. It's a mirage, a convenient way to postpone action. Winners don't live in someday, they live in today. If you want to change your life, you have to stop waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. There will always be obstacles, challenges, and uncertainties. Winners know this, and they take action anyway. They understand that waiting only delays progress. They don't wait for motivation to strike. They create their own momentum by taking that first step, no matter how small it may seem. Excuses are the easy way out. They're the lies we tell ourselves to justify our lack of action. But here's the truth. Every excuse has a solution. Don't have time? Wake up an hour earlier, or cut out unnecessary activities. Don't have the skills? Start learning. Don't have the money? Find creative ways to start small. Winners don't let excuses define them. They find a way to overcome every obstacle. Excuses are seductive because they provide comfort. They allow us to avoid discomfort, failure, and effort. But winners understand that growth comes from stepping outside their comfort zones. They're willing to face the pain of discipline because they know it's far less painful than the regret of inaction. Losers, on the other hand, stay trapped in their excuses, never realizing their full potential. Motivation is fleeting. It's easy to feel fired up for a day or two, but what happens when the excitement fades? Winners rely on discipline, not motivation, to get things done. Discipline is showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's going to the gym when you'd rather sleep in. It's working on your goals when Netflix is calling your name. Discipline is the muscle that keeps you moving forward, no matter how you feel. Losers wait for motivation. They wait to feel ready. But readiness is a myth. You'll never feel fully ready to tackle your biggest challenges. Winners understand this and act anyway. They've built the habit of showing up day after day, rain or shine. Discipline is their secret weapon, and it's what separates them from the rest. Every achievement comes with a price. Winners are willing to pay that price. They understand that sacrifice is the currency of success. They're willing to give up short-term pleasures for long-term rewards. They'll skip the party to study for an exam. They'll forgo a night of sleep to work on their business. They'll say no to distractions so they can say yes to their dreams. Losers, on the other hand, avoid sacrifice. They want the rewards without the effort. They want the results without the grind. But life doesn't work that way. You can't have everything. Every choice you make is a trade-off. Winners choose wisely. They prioritize what matters most, knowing that the sacrifices they make today will pay off tomorrow. Big goals can feel overwhelming. It's easy to get paralyzed by the sheer size of the challenge ahead, but winners don't let that stop them. They break their goals down into small, manageable steps. They focus on progress, not perfection. They celebrate every small win, knowing that each one brings them closer to their ultimate goal. Losers, on the other hand, get stuck in analysis paralysis. They overthink, overplan, and never take action. They wait for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect conditions. Winners know there's no such thing as perfect. They start where they are, with what they have, and they keep moving forward, one step at a time. Life is tough. Challenges are inevitable. But winners don't let adversity defeat them. They see obstacles as opportunities to grow stronger. When they fall, they get back up. When they fail, they learn. When they face setbacks, they keep moving forward. Resilience is the hallmark of a winner. It's the ability to keep going, no matter how hard things get. Losers, on the other hand, give up at the first sign of difficulty. They let failures define them. Winners know that failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone to success. They use setbacks as fuel to push even harder. At the end of the day, your life is your story. Every choice you make, every action you take, adds another chapter. What kind of story are you writing? Will it be a tale of excuses and missed opportunities? Or will it be a story of triumph, resilience, and relentless pursuit of greatness? Winners understand that they are the authors of their own lives. They don't let external factors dictate their narrative. They take control, make bold decisions, and create the life they want. Losers, on the other hand, let life happen to them. They drift through the days, letting excuses and circumstances write their story. When it's all said and done, what will you leave behind? Will people remember you as someone who made excuses or someone who made things happen? Winners leave a legacy of action, inspiration, and impact. They prove that it's possible to overcome obstacles, achieve greatness, and live a life of purpose. Your legacy starts with the choices you make today. Will you make time for your dreams, or will you make excuses? The choice is yours. Remember, winners make time, losers make excuses. Be a winner. Prove to yourself and the world that you have what it takes to succeed.